Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Jay Cartere, and this is Talk About It, hashtag Talk About It, where I share my opinions and shit, and you guys leave comments below, and we have a discussion and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let me just say I apologize for not putting out a podcast. Was it last week? I missed an episode out. That was due to, stresses and that, and also the fact that I didn't really have any subjects that I wanted to talk about, so I didn't want to force it. I didn't really want to be talking about Donald Trump every week. Plus, I don't even really care about the scandal that's currently going on with Donald Trump. I don't give a shit about it whatsoever, so I don't see any reason to talk on it. And nothing else really happened. Like, I could have told a story about what happened to us in Ark and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't really want to just harp on about the same game again and again and again, because I'm not doing like an Ark podcast or whatever. If you guys do want to hear those types of stories, then fair enough. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll keep them up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna talk about certain pieces of media that I experienced during the week and what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy. Generally gonna talk about what I enjoyed more than what I didn't enjoy, because if I don't like something, I generally just move past it. I don't talk about it, give it free promo, or spend my energy being negative about it generally. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff that I did like. We are gonna start off with some music. We're going to talk about Future's album. Well, I'm going to talk about Future's album. Basically, Future released a new album called Future. Now, let me just be, truthful and upfront. I haven't listened to the full album. I listened to, I think, 12 tracks. I think what I'm going to do from now on is just listen to 10 tracks of the album and give you guys my opinion on whether I'm gonna, finish listening to it, or if it's, shit by then. Because after 10 tracks, you pretty much know. And I really don't have the time to be listening to 17 tracks. Like, I was listening to this album while I was editing YouTube information and that. But obviously, I've got more shit to do today, so I don't want to sit around listening to Future for another 30 minutes. I want to kind of get into the day. I was going to watch a Walking Dead episode, but I was like, you know what, fuck it. I've got to do the podcast first, because I would have wanted to, kind of give you my vague feelings on the new Walking Dead episode, but I guess I'll just do that next week, and I'll talk about last week's episode in this episode, because that is one of the series that I actually watch. Like, I've got a lot of series that I watch, but I wait until they catch up, like they finish their season, and then I'll watch them. But Walking Dead, I've got to watch it week to week, because otherwise people give you spoilers. But I guess there are no spoilers for me really, because I've read the comics, so I know what's gonna happen. So I could leave it off, but it's just the one show that I watch on a weekly basis. So yeah, I allow that to be it. But yeah, let's get on to this Future album. So at first, the first track I thought was whack. I thought, this is going to be one of those Future albums, those mixtape sounding heavy Future albums that I'm not really feeling. But, there were a few tracks that caught my ear, a few tracks that were catchy, a few tracks that I really liked. Let me see if I can quickly look through the track list. I didn't like Rent Money. I didn't like Good Dope. I'm not sure if I liked Zoom. I don't remember. Draco was mediocre. Supertramp was mediocre. Power of Attorney, I liked that. I thought that was good. I liked Mask Off. I'm not sure about High Demand and Out of Time. I think Scrape was okay. I probably didn't really like that. I'm So Groovy was pretty... I didn't like it at first, but I got around to it. And Might As Well was the last track I listened to, which was pretty good. It was pretty good. So... it's kind of half and half. I'm expecting this album to be, half I like it, half I don't like it. And fair enough, Future, I don't really expect to get an album of all bangers and all stuff that I like from him. And he does have like his two styles of music, where he does the commercial stuff and then he does the underground stuff. And I prefer his commercial stuff to his underground stuff. So I can see why I'd like 50% of the album. But keep in mind, I've only listened to 12 tracks. There's 17 tracks on there, 5 more tracks, and it seems like it's getting better towards the latter end. So I think I'm probably going to end up listening to the rest of the album and letting you guys know what's up next week. But I just couldn't really justify investing the time into listening to the whole album right now. So gotta let that go. But overall feelings is it's okay. I probably think, I think repeat listens will definitely make me enjoy it a lot more, because I think Future is a bit like he's an airworm basically. You listen to him enough and you'll start to vibes to it. Even if you didn't like the song at first, eventually it'll start sounding catchy and you'll start getting it. So I think on multiple listens, I'll enjoy it. I'll probably put it on my phone and whatnot, so I can put it on shuffle and hear it in the background while I'm washing up or something. And yeah, I don't think it's the greatest Future album or anything like that, but it sounds okay. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And the next thing I want to talk about is Sherlock. Now, Sherlock is a great series. I think the season that just came out was season 4. I've been watching Sherlock since season 1. It's based on the story of Sherlock Holmes, but it's set in modern day, and the BBC, I think they produce it or something like that. It stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. I think that's his name. Both great actors, both, very successful actors in their own right, who both do great jobs in other places and in films and shit. So to see them come together on a TV project is pretty nice. Each episode is like it's like a film basically. It's an hour and a half long. And it's pretty long. There's only 3 episodes per season, which is fucking disappointing, but that's what BBC does. Like, they're fucking bastards. With Luther, they had 3 episodes per season also. I think there's a new season of Luther out, but I never really got into that like I got into Sherlock, so I probably won't really get round to Luther, because I don't know, I just don't remember what was the point of Luther or why people think it's so great. I don't remember, where we're at, because I haven't watched it in so long, so I'm probably not going to get back into it at this point, because I hardly have the time. But Sherlock season 4, very good, had me on the edge of my seat from the first episode to the second episode to the third episode, because there weren't, there's not bare episodes, it's basically beginning, middle and end. But the cliffhanger on the first episode made me want to watch the second episode. Cliffhanger on that one made me want to watch the third. Cliffhanger on that one makes me want to fucking watch the next season. So they done a good job, and each episode as a self-contained episode was very good in its own right. Like, they really do their job over there. They're not slacking whatsoever. So definitely, if you haven't watched Sherlock, definitely start from season 1. Go check that out. It's very good, and I like things that make me think, make me use my brain and whatnot, and Sherlock definitely does that. So yeah, that was pretty good. I was pretty happy with my experience with that. I also watched Doctor Strange over the weekend. I know a lot of you probably already watched it or whatever, but I just got around to checking it out. And that was good. Also, that also stars Benedict Cumberbatch and a few other people. Some of them who I don't really, know the names off the top of my head. But very good film. I did I felt super sick when I don't know if it's a spoiler, but there was some medical things going on. Like, someone got extremely hurt. And, they were kind of showing through that process, and, that made me feel really nauseous. So, that doesn't usually happen. Maybe I think I was just feeling nauseous in general yesterday, like just a little bit, not great. but that really did make me feel very, very nauseous. I was almost gonna stop watching it, but then I continued. We got through to the end, and it was a very good film. I'm happy I did. Very enjoyable experience. Very excited to see what they do with the next one and with the whole Avengers thing, because there was an Infinity. They put in Infinity Stones in every Marvel movie. There's an Avenger Stone so that they can come together. Not an Avenger Stone, an Infinity Stone, so that they can come together for the big battle, I guess. Which is incredibly interesting. But something did happen in the film which was big enough that would make the Avengers intervene. So that's a bit weird that, they're doing big world stuff, but no one's intervening, and they did talk about the Avengers in it. So we know, and it is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we know that they exist. Maybe if they had done, something a little more small scale that wasn't so noticeable, then it would have made more sense. But they kind of swept it up, so if I can't even explain what happened because then I'll be spoiling it, but they kind of swept it up so that it makes sense that the Avengers didn't come to help. But in that moment where things were going down, it didn't really make sense that no one was coming to help at that point. But that's besides the point. The film was great. Definitely, if you're looking for a film to go watch, go check out Doctor Strange. I think it's well worth the time. And the next thing I want to talk about is probably not even a big subject. I just wanted to quickly glance over the Walking Dead new episode, because they cut the season in half. I don't know why shows keep doing this. I don't like it at all. But they done like a half season break, and now they've come out with the first episode of the new half season, and it was cool. It was cool. I know some things that are going to happen, so those little tidbits here and there that I was like, okay, that's gonna lead to that, so they are gonna do this and stuff like that. Is interesting. There was no Negan in this episode, which was a bit annoying to me, because I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan's portrayal of Negan. I like the character of Negan. I like what they do with it, so I'm hoping there's more Negan in the second episode. We'll see how that goes. But the first episode was okay. It wasn't anything super special. It wasn't amazing, but it's just setting up the stage for what's going to happen later on. I'm hoping the second episode's pretty good. I'll check that out after this podcast while I jump in the bath and whatnot, and get out. Hopefully it'll probably still be going by the time I get out, and I'll watch that and then get on to making videos and shit. So yeah, that's that. And then the last thing I want to talk about, this is a pretty short podcast, by the way. It's going to be like 15 minutes probably, because there wasn't much happening this week. To be honest, I wasn't in the loop to check out what was happening this week. I've been extremely busy with editing and getting videos out, and basing my whole channel around Ark. Ark is just one of the deepest games I've ever played. So there's so much shit to learn, so much shit to make videos on, and a lot of time investment is needed to actually make considerable progress in the game. So I've been spending a lot of my time dedicating a lot of my time to that and making videos on that and whatnot. So I haven't really had, I haven't even been on Twitter really. I come on Twitter maybe once a day, once every couple days. I might take a quick scroll through. I haven't really been in the loop of world affairs and whatnot, because it doesn't affect me, to be honest. When it starts affecting me, I'll give a shit about it, but I ain't got no time for that. I've got to focus on the here and now and make shit pop, instead of, just, wondering about what's going on elsewhere that ain't really going to change my life in any significant way. But the next thing I want to talk about is, if you guys have a PS4, especially if you're from the US, I am giving away a copy of Hitman Season 1 code that will only work for US people on PS4. So if you want to enter that competition, there is a pinned tweet on my Twitter profile. You just click on that link and it will take you to the website you need to go to in order to enter the competition. You got to do a couple things like subscribe, like a video, that sort of shit. And yeah, then you'll be entered into the competition to win that game. It's a pretty good game. I've done a review on it. You might want to check out that review on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jay Cartere. And yeah, that I'll be giving that code away on Friday the 25th. I think it's the 25th. It was the 20th today. No, it's the 24th. Okay, I've done the maths, but then I've done +5 instead of +4. So yeah, I'll be giving that away on Friday the 24th on my Twitter. So make sure you're looking out for that if you want to win that game. Just, trying to do a giveaway and stuff. I got an opportunity to do it, so I thought might as well include it in the podcast as well, let you guys know, just in case you wanted to get involved, have a chance of winning. But yeah, as I said, 15 minutes, here we are, and I've got nothing else to say. So thanks for watching this, guys. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Also, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Let me know what you think about the subjects I've discussed today. Let me know what your favorite TV show is. I really want to know that, guys, because I want to talk about TV a whole lot more, because I have a passion for good creative content. Like, I really like greatly written entertainment, and I feel like a lot of people in the world are not experiencing a lot of the great entertainment out there, and they're watching stuff like EastEnders and Hollyoaks and Coronation Street and Emmerdale, these stuff that women over the age of 40 probably watch. And like, if you're not a woman over the age of 40, then you shouldn't be watching that. I don't think. Like, there's way better things to be watching. And if you are a woman over the age of 40, you shouldn't be watching that either. There's way better things you could be watching. Seriously, I'm just so... I want you to experience the greatness that is really out there, instead of wasting your time half an hour every day or 4 days a week watching this drivel that people just, shit out of their face, and they don't even really care about making it a good story or making it even lead to anything. They just want to keep it continuously going. So, yeah. Let me know what your favorite TV show is. I think it'll be really interesting. You know what? If I was to pick my favorite TV show, I think I'd go with Game of Thrones. I think you can't really go wrong with Game of Thrones. There's a lot of stuff in there, and if I was going to pick my favorite Game of Thrones character, it would be... I don't think anyone would pick this except for me. Like, I haven't seen anyone who picks the same person, but it would be Peter Baelish, aka Littlefinger. So let me know who your favorite Game of Thrones character is if you watch Game of Thrones, and what your favorite TV show is, as those are very interesting questions that I love to get into a discussion with you guys about. And also, let me know your thoughts on the rest of the subjects if you want to do that. Please comment, repost, and follow us if you're listening on SoundCloud, and also rate, review, and subscribe if you are listening on iTunes. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long. So all this warmth I share with you.